Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to close. That's it. And with your eyes closed, feel a release of that breath leaving, taking any tension with it. As you breathe in a wonderful feeling of calm relaxation, and as you exhale, slowly allow echoes of tension, frustration, or overwhelm to feel like they're leaving your body. And as you breathe out, elongate the outward breath so that more and more of perhaps recent emotions that have been taking rather than giving to the quality of your life are just leaving your body. As you breathe in, just imagine the qualities that you enjoy most about yourself. Feel that you're breathing in confidence, self-belief, the ability to trust your intuition. Feel that as you breathe in, you're breathing in that through your nose into your lungs, while simultaneously releasing anything that's been holding you back, doubts, frustrations, resentment. Feel it as it leaves your body, breathing in resourcefulness, exhaling anything unresourceful. That's it, deeper and deeper relaxed. Scan your body for any clues of tension, perhaps around your eyelids, eyebrows, forehead, or jaw. And just give permission to loosen those muscles, to release echoes of tension. Feel that relaxation spreading down into your neck, around your windpipe. So you're breathing in deeper and exhaling for longer. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to create an image in your mind of a beach in the Caribbean. And let's just call this beach Treasure Beach. And maybe the name relates back to pirates from hundreds of years ago burying Spanish gold underneath the sands. But right now, Treasure Beach is just a place of relaxation. See the green leaves of the trees. Maybe see the occasional wooden boat just there, bobbing on the top of the water. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel like you're becoming deeper and deeper relaxed. And I want you to imagine not far from Treasure Beach used to be a river, but sometimes the river doesn't make it all the way to the sea, so the water becomes stagnant. Flies, sludge, a smell attached to that stagnant water. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to imagine that in the past there was a belief that says that if you made a commitment to get to a certain place, you would still get to that place even if it meant sludging through swamp water. Even if there were dangers in that swamp water, And the people that are meant to support and help weren't there. But I want you to get a sense that you are wiser now, as you start to feel a sense of gratitude that your past has made you wiser, more discerning than ever before. And if your unconscious mind agrees, that you're wiser now because of your previous experiences, just let me know by nodding your head. That's it. In the past, you could have put yourself in physical or emotional harm, wading through swamp water, requiring so much effort to make virtually no progress. And while you're stuck in the swamp, the predators start to move in closer. But that was the past, and you're wiser now. I want you to get a sense that now, if you found yourself moving away from Treasure Beach into the grass, and just imagine your feet going into that sludgy ground, you now have the experience to know that this sludgy ground could lead into a swamp, and the swamp will drain your energy. And if you didn't expect the land to be like swamp, you could ask yourself the question, knowing what I now know, would I still choose to take this route? And if the answer is no, doesn't it make sense to turn around and go in a different direction? That all of that experience of the past is only useful if you apply that wisdom. Einstein once said, "The definition of insanity is to do the same things and expect a different result." So if you find yourself walking through or towards a swamp, stop walking and perhaps reverse a previous decision to find yourself on steady, stable ground. And then imagine walking, instead of in swamp, with dangerous predators, a stench, and mosquitoes, find yourself on a picturesque beach, walking forward, allowing your intuition to guide you to treasure. Feel the sensation of making progress towards that treasure as your mind opens to new ways of thinking that move you forward, that harness your previous experience. Each day, feel your enthusiasm for new beginnings growing, knowing that each new opportunity is a doorway to success. As you feel that you can harness the wisdom from your previous experiences to guide you in choosing a role that aligns perfectly with your values and needs. And maybe it's an interview, a conversation. And with every opportunity that comes your way, use your discernment to identify and choose a role with a supportive and healthy culture. You find yourself asking yourself, knowing what I now know, would I choose this role again? That can be a voice coming from your subconscious mind, guiding your decisions, keeping you aligned with your best interests. Scan your body and notice that, irrespective of your past, your optimism is still glowing bright. So hold on to that optimism, but remain flexible and ready to reassess decisions based on solid facts and real experiences. You are worthy. Feel that worthiness. Feel deep within that you are deserving of a high-paying, rewarding job where you are respected and valued. Notice that it becomes easier for you to sniff out those roles and opportunities that offer enjoyable, winnable challenges that will allow you to thrive and grow professionally. As you choose environments where trust and appreciation flow freely, enhancing your work experience and personal growth. Feel that there's a magnet within you, gravitating towards companies that foster a fantastic culture, ensuring a positive and fulfilling work environment. Your resilience preserves your self-belief. Past disappointments don't affect your future, as you maintain a strong belief in your abilities and potential, letting this self-belief propel you forward. And notice your ability to figure out those teams where management and colleagues support one another, creating a harmonious and productive workspace. Give permission to let go of your past, only holding on to the wisdom, because you can learn from past roles without allowing them to dampen your spirit. Let go of what no longer serves your best interests. Feel it leaving you. As you continue to walk forward on that beach, the past is the past. Only the wisdom remains. You can visualize and attract job opportunities that align perfectly with your career aspirations and personal values. Finding that you can continuously evaluate whether your job fits your current needs and future career path, ensuring that you avoid the swamps and gravitate towards the treasure. As you remain flexible in your career path, open to changing directions if it means finding a more fulfilling or suitable role. Not only are you wiser than you've ever been before, you are also more resilient. This resilience enables you to handle career transitions and find yourself integrating into new roles with confidence and ease. It doesn't have to be an either or. You will consider the treasure a role that meets all of your needs, including joy. It's not enough that it meets your career goals and financial goals, but must also bring happiness and satisfaction. Every good interview, every good conversation related to your career is success. And as you celebrate every success along your new career path, no matter how small, you recognize it as a step towards finding your own career treasure. So make a picture or a movie in your mind's eye as to what that ideal role would be. The industry, the kind of people, the environment. Even visualize the number on your payslip. And then look down. And I want you to see a cross on the sand. And start finding yourself making a hole in the sand on that beach with your hands until you feel the sensation of finding an old chest. I want you to imagine how you would feel if you were to dust the sand off the top of that chest, open the chest and see it filled with solid gold coins, precious jewels. I want you to get a sense that there is no confusing the treasure and the swamp. Whenever you find yourself wading in a swamp, you will do whatever it takes to leave the swamp to find the treasure. And when you find your treasure, why would you ever leave your treasure if it means you could find yourself in a future swamp? If your unconscious mind is willing to trust yourself, trust your intuition, to feel worthy enough to do whatever it takes to find the treasure, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. I want you to imagine putting your hands into the treasure chest, feeling the sensation of those gold coins. Feel the sensation of holding a large diamond, ruby or sapphire. And one of those jewels is glowing, not because it's a precious jewel, but because it represents a resource that you need most right now. As you hold the glowing jewel there by your chest, your body absorbs that resource. Maybe you know what this resource represents, or maybe only your unconscious mind does. But you feel more resourceful because you have absorbed this resource, giving you exactly what you need to increase the probability of finding the right career and job role that will be pure treasure for you. I want you to imagine knowing exactly where that treasure is, hiding it under the sand, knowing you can retrieve it whenever you wish. As you walk back on the sand, find yourself drifting back to the present moment, leaving behind any resentment, frustration, and holding on to all of these wonderful resources to help you avoid a swamp and find the treasure. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect fully into the present moment as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.